Now, these are truly impressive, and I've got lots of foiled examples to show you. You have got an amazing, really beautiful swirl here. This is called a softly swirling background. The lace, wait till you see this. This is going to blow your mind. A big bit of lace. You've got, we all need a polka dot. We all need a polka dot in our lives. Polka dot remains the most popular embossing folder in the whole of the crafty world ever. And now you've got a foiled one. Honeycomb, extremely on trend. Hello. The floral, which I've pinched, I'm going to be making my candle with. Here is the floral. We'll come back and have a look at that in a second. And then the butterfly, which you've seen me use on that little project. So all of those backgrounds are going to be on the show as well. What do they look like when they're foiled? Let me show you. These are exquisite. So look at that. That's that beautiful, intricate floral. That is also the pattern on the candle that I'm going to be showing you. So you can see that there. Then we've got the honeycomb. Now look at that. That's showing you what it's like just with the foil and with the tufa, with the little bit of waste on there. And I've already shown you how to do that. So now when you're looking at these little examples here, you can see how out of one piece of foil, you've got that full effect for the outline and that brilliant solid look there. Looks amazing. That's my little honeycomb again. Then we've got, oh, the floral again. And look, tufa. So we've got the floral at the top and the waist at the bottom. How fantastic does that look? It looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? And here, oh, you ready? I feel I need angels, I need songs, I need an announcement and a fanfare. La, 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 la. Look how look. Can we just, we're going to just take the next 60 seconds staring at that, everybody, because it really is blow your mind, off the chart, fabulous. And it's about the dye, it's about the design, it's about our fabulous foil that we've got for you. Most importantly, it's about the reliability of our foil press machine, working with our Gemini Junior or our Gemini, that allows you to get that truly exceptional, reliable result. Gorgeous. There's the softly swirls. Softly swirls, you've got the negative, so you've got your tufa there again, so you've got your waist and your dye. You can see that there. If I woggle that at you, woggle is a new term. It's a wiggle and a waggle all in one go. I think it's actually something that you put on your neckerchief when you're in the Boy Scouts, a woggle. But there you go. It's also the way I'm woggling my card. You've got your lovely butterfly. And then you've got your butterfly again with the waste material. Look how fabulous that looks. You watched me do that in this hour. So you know that that's really achievable and very easy for you to do. We've got your polka dots. Polka dots again. Look how brilliant they are. Oh, and I'm back to my little honeycomb again. So I've got my piece of tissue. Now, can you, oh, here you can see, lovely. So this is a piece of thin tissue paper that I've foiled that beautiful floral. I'm going to put something underneath so you can see. I think that'll be better. There, that's better. Piece of thin tissue paper that I've foiled that beautiful floral background onto. That's coming in one of the bundles that our Sarah's going to have for you. Don't forget, on April the 18th, between 7 and 9 p.m. So I've foiled this and I'm going to now put it onto a candle. Now, when I foiled onto here, I just obviously used foil. This is just a piece of regular tissue paper. And I just had this on for 20 seconds. You didn't need it on for a long amount of time because this is a thin, much thinner than 300 GSM cardstock. So you don't need a lot of time for that. Okay, guys? So 20 seconds is what I did on a piece of tissue to get this lovely foiled result. Then what I'm going to do, you could use a little bit of stick and spray if you want to. I've spotted some in the corner. I'm going on a wander. I'm getting me stick and spray. 1 second. And then I'm coming back. I haven't gone very, here I am back. It is the pure joy of being in a crafty room. Everything's at your fingertips. And you don't want a lot of this. You just want a tiny little, as another one of my favourites would have said, Pa Larkin from the Darling Buds of May, a soupçon of your stick and spray. Just a tiny amount. So you just want to, you want to tickle it with the stick and spray, not kill it. All right? So it's like a, not a, all right, that's the best way I can describe it for you. Not, and then you've only got a little bit because you just really need to keep it in place. Then it's going to go around your candle. Now, I'm just going to measure it on my candle here, and I'm going to trim off the bits I don't need. So that's the perfect, that's going to get trimmed down a little bit because it's a little bit long. So I'm going to trim that along that edge there. Do you know what, with the tissue paper as well, it doesn't matter if your edges that you cut are not perfectly straight, because it gets melted into the candle and you can't see them. So don't worry about being too precise with that. So I've took my little edges off. Get my floral on here. There we go. So that's where I would like the decoration on my candle to be. Look, I mean, how much would you pay for that in a gift store? Seriously, how much would you pay for that in a gift store? You'd pay a lot. That's looking gorgeous already. Use your bit of greaseproof paper. And what your greaseproof paper is going to do is protect your hands from the heat gun and allow you to hold. Look what I've done. I've scrunched it at the back. I'm holding it still. It's going to allow you to keep your candle nice and still. The wax that melts is going to smooth on this piece of paper here, and then it's going to allow you to keep it nice and firm, but then have a lovely smooth finish, so the wax doesn't all dribble down your fingers. What you would need is a piece of tissue paper, which I think I've got somewhere around here, and I'll find. I get out my Uzi 9mm, aka the craft gun, and warm this up. Now, as you're warming it, what you don't want to do is treat it as if you're drying your hair. So you don't want to be doing this business. What you want to do is keep it nice and still and just watch. And as you keep it still and watch as it heats up, and it might be difficult for you to see here, what you will be able to see is the wax starting to melt, and it sort of becomes a little more translucent, so you can see it melting into the candle. There we go, I can see it going now. So then what I would do is just move that down. And as I move it around, I just chase the translucency, and that's the tissue being melted into the top layer of wax on the candle. Reheating the foil in this way does not affect it at all. It won't reduce the foil effect, it won't spoil it or change it. It just melts the tissue paper into the top layer of wax. Hold it nice and tight. Keep the heat gun away from your hand, which is what the greaseproof paper is exceptionally good for. And you see, I'm just chasing it all around, watching it change. Oh, you can see it there. You can see it changing. That's good. So you're just watching for the translucency. And this is a really old technique. This is something when I first started paper crafting, probably about 15 years ago, was one of the first things I did. I was so impressed by it. I thought it was beautiful. And all of my friends and family got decorated candles for their Christmas and birthdays for about 3 years. And actually, now that I've got the foiling machine, I'm back loving doing this technique again. I just think it looks absolutely exquisite. So just make sure that you give that plenty of time to really get that top layer melted, and for your tissue paper to melt into that top layer. I'm going to stop there and let's see where we are with it. Now, what I am going to do before I do that is I like to give it a rub. And the reason I give it a rub is I'm kind of sealing and spreading that wax around, because what that does then is get that lovely and dispersed and gets you a lovely polished smooth surface, gets your tissue paper melted in, so that when you take off your greaseproof paper, all you've got, and then any little bits of wax here that have come out, just rub them off the top, that's no problem. What you've got now is a beautifully smooth, no little edges, decorated professional candle that you would pay a fortune for in a high-end gift shop. So that's it done with that one. Here's another one where I did it, so you can see I've got a pair now, because if you've been watching me on my Facebook Lives, you know on my mantelpiece I can't have one thing on one side, it's got to be symmetrical, one on either side. And then there's this one, which I did with a different one of our background dies. And this was my twofer. This was the waste from another project that I wrapped around the candle, and it's got a little bit more of a bold effect. How fabulous does that look?